All right, market update July 25th, 2023. Currently, the global crypto market cap is at 1.18 trillion. We got Bitcoin still sitting here at 569 billion for the total market cap. It's just under 50% of the entire crypto market cap. So right now, Bitcoin's still pretty much holding half the entire market cap of crypto right now. Now, what we talked about last week was the range that we were in. We finally broke out of it. If I put this on a lower time frame, you can just see how long we were stuck in here. I believe it was about 30 days. Let me check. Yep, 32 days, finally broke through. And that's what caused the dip in altcoins and Bitcoin, obviously at $29,000 now. So I was waiting for this to happen for a long time. We were trading altcoins in here when Bitcoin dominance was reversing. This candle right here, you can see on the right side of the screen, the Bitcoin dominance was at around 51%. And whenever this started falling, that money from Bitcoin's market cap, that just basically meant this market cap was going lower. All right. So the billions that were coming out of here were going into altcoins, which made altcoins like Solana, Chainlink, a few of those, they were able to pump, right? But then it kind of got stuck right here, and I'm potentially looking for a possible reversal up. And I talked about in the chat that if we got a reversal here, it would trap a lot of longs. So that initial move down, altcoins were firing left and right. They were going off. Then this week it was like back and forth. Some were still going, obviously. And then we pushed down a little bit, but Bitcoin ultimately fell, causing most of the altcoins to fall with them. So I kind of backed off from trading with altcoins for a while. I don't know. I want to see how this reacts. If it does break through here, that'll be a different story. But I'm kind of looking to see if this will reverse back up. Bitcoin dominance starts pushing back up, but we'll see. Weekly closure is until Sunday on this one, and you can see how long like these things take time to play out. Like this is barely any movement, and then finally a candle, same thing, push. But now for Bitcoin, all right, I've had this channel up here. We were kind of holding this, as resistance, this middle line right here. Now we're slipping below this one. So the next longs that I would look for is all the way down here, all right, in this zone, because we had bounce here, bounce here, bounce here. Next long would be right here. Let me see how far down it is. It's only, 7%. And yeah, this is where I would take the next long for Bitcoin, since it's held once, twice, three times, potentially a fourth. If I pull up the moving average, you can see that we have daily EMA under it as well, weekly EMA under us as well. Now, if I pull up the daily lines up perfectly. This is what I meant to show. But that weekly EMA is just another confluence. However, this is where you would long right here, because you have support along this huge trend line that's held since November of 2022, right? December of 2022. So here. Now you have double support like we had here. You can see that daily EMA with this trend line. That would be that place right there to take Bitcoin longs. Okay. So we'll see how that plays out. See how much percentage it is exactly from down here. It's an 8% move. All right, let's say we go into these ETFs and in August, they get either pushed back, denied, whatever, get a dump, come down here. This is where you want your buy limits to trigger. And then I did show the weekly EMA under us as well. So if they didn't trigger and it slipped through, you would still have this for a bounce and potentially be able to get out or reclaim that. But that's a whole nother scenario. All right. Most important we need to focus on is this trend line. And you can see it needs to be touched multiple times throughout the year. Once, twice, 3, 4 times. It doesn't just blow up, right? It doesn't just go up like over here because we're not in a bull market. So this trend line that we've been riding on has kind of been the key for this year. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if we came down and wanted to retest it. All right, a lot of people have been, trying to just long into a resistance that's been here since we broke through it back in June 2022. So last year, this used to be support, right? Come over here, see the bottom, July 2021. This was support all down here that led to new all-time highs. And then this was support back in January 2021 before we went to new all-time highs as well, before this one. Okay, so remember when old support, and this is major support, this was the summer lows of 2021. Whenever old support's broken, like this, broke, fell through, guess what? Becomes new resistance. New resistance. Okay? So, yeah, that's why I've been very confused on why some people have been trying to long through this resistance right here. It doesn't make any sense. Your better risk to return would be shorting up here. But whatever. So later this, and when it comes to this too, you need market sentiment, and we don't have that yet. The market sentiment that could run us through there would be the ETFs in August getting approved, but I don't think they are going to approve them, because everything really lines up. And next year, there's already ETF spot approvals for, BlackRock and Fidelity, all the other asset managers that came in and they applied for them. So if they waited and they denied it, this time, I think then in September, maybe November, December, there was a few denial pushbacks they could do. Then they could line it up for the, true bull market, which would be lining up with the year 2024. Approve them then. You have the Bitcoin halving, you have elections, and then interest rates and stuff. That all comes into play. All right. So that's what I'm be looking for. Bitcoin longs right here, and anywhere in between, not really too worried about touching anything, because everyone's trying to take so many trades all the time, but you could have taken 1 trade, 2 trades, 3 trades this year. Say you took them on 10x leverage. 46% move right there, just on spot. 65% move right there. Almost a 30% move right there. All right, so we come down here again. Instead of taking this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades in here with all this price action, right? It has just been going sideways. Why wouldn't you just wait and long when it comes down here, 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 and again here? Be setting up for that sooner or later this year. All right. It just doesn't make any sense to me. In the meantime, while that's happening, right, while letting this start to play out, you could just be stacking your altcoins, because we know that the Bitcoin halving is super close. Look how far we are. We broke through this, right? Went on our bull run. This was the 2020 halving. Summer lows of 2021. Put in the all-time highs. I sold. Didn't touch anything until the FTX crash right here. Now we're almost a year into that FTX crash of November. I mean, it's almost August already. August, September, October, November. That's 4 months away. And that'll be a year from this point. And then we have less than a year to the halving, right? Less than, not a lot of months until 2024, if you think about it. So everything's setting up perfectly. Why wouldn't you just stack in here, in between, in this area, right? This is until December. It's not a lot of time when it comes to this chart. You already missed the worst of it pretty much. So now it's just that break up, kind of go sideways, just like this was right here. All-time high, year of downtrend, First two quarters run up, and now you're kind of seeing this fall off a little bit. I don't know if this same scenario is going to play out going until December and then start running up. This is Corona, can't count that. We probably would have just kept going up, but it's kind of looking similar right now, so who knows? We'll see. Either way, dollar cost average into altcoins and Ethereum leading into December next 5 to 6 months. Okay. Total 3, altcoin market cap. We were looking to hold this after we went through there. Slipped through now. That's why your altcoins got hit. I talked about it in the chat. Said that we could be looking at longs on a bunch of altcoins getting trapped, and past 7 days, Ethereum down 2%, XRP down 8%, Solana down 8%. So a lot of these got hit kind of hard, but same plan, nothing's changed. Dollar cost averaging over the next 6 months. Now, if you're looking for longs, this is your next long right here. Daily EMA lining up with this. Where have we seen that before, where it played out? All right, similar, but not exactly the same. I know, but still, you could say it is similar. If Bitcoin got news like the ETF news, right? Let's say, look at this, XRP bounce. This was in January 2023. Bitcoin bounce. Now we're coming back down. Daily EMA lining up with trend line. What did XRP have? Daily EMA lining up with this trend line. It got that news. Look what happened. Exploded. All right. Similar setup. Two different coins, different scenarios. I understand, but it's kind of similar, right? That support, and then the EMA lining up. Support, EMA lining up. So we'll see. There's no reason to rush any trades. I'm just stacking my alts, stacking my ETH, dollar cost averaging, like I've been saying, leading into 2024. Nothing's changed. All right. And whenever we fell yesterday, should have been a day of looking to finally start buying, right? Because let me pull up the ETH chart. Let's look at that. All right. ETH in this huge channel. It's been holding this support. This was a little bit choppy. This was Corona, but ever since 2020, held this support, bounced, went to all-time highs, came down last year. Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi crash, bounced. FTX crash, bounced. Now, just from here to this bottom support line, how far are we away? Only 11 to 12%. So you want to be dollar cost averaging into here, because the risk to return, you're looking at a 12% move before a bounce, 10 to 12% move, versus potentially a 755% gain. All right, I'm not saying it's going to go to 16,000. That's just the top of this channel that lines up over here. Could go much lower. Could maybe just go to 10K. Who knows? That depends on a lot of factors that I can't determine right now. I'm just strictly looking at the TA. So, dollar cost average, buy your Ethereum in here. You really want to wait for another 10, 12% right here. You don't have to wait to, buy the bottom, because I don't know for sure for any of that bottom. But that's why we dollar cost average every week, a little bit more, a little bit more. If we do come down here, then you buy big. But if we did reverse and we didn't get to touch this, you don't want to be left behind. So as long as we're below this red zone right here, I think we're fine to keep dollar cost averaging. And then if something crazy did happen and we did slip below this line that we've been holding all the way since 2020 right here, then that next buying zone would be this dash trend line right here, which would honestly just be a gift, and I would load up as much as I can. So it's all scenarios. I don't know what's going to play out for sure. That's why we're preparing now for them, and then we decide later. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, I didn't expect an alt season to start. I don't know why everyone thinks when altcoins pump for 2 or 3 weeks that we're having an alt season. Never makes sense to me, but whatever. We're just gonna be preparing like we have been for the next year, for the halving, right? And then Dogecoin, we'll look at that real quick. So Dogecoin, Elon, he's not letting it go, right? Been saying this for a long time. And I have a little bag myself, but Elon has taken this coin, go all the way back here, take it off auto. He's taken this coin so far just off of him tweeting it himself. This was March 2020, July, June 2020. Look at this accumulation all in here. Just going straight sideways. For how long? Put on the weekly so it looks a little bit better. Look at this. This is after the all-time highs for Bitcoin back in 2017. Year of downtrend. Then look at this accumulation. Right? Just going sideways. All the way until the halving passed and Bitcoin started making new all-time highs. What happened after that? This thing ran. Elon was tweeting in here, boosting it up, went crazy. All right, now it's a bigger market cap. Don't expect any similar gains like that. But you can look at this here. This was the all-time highs for Bitcoin, the first ones, and then we had that November bounce, and it didn't perform as well coming up into here. Didn't go and break its all-time highs. Some altcoins didn't break that, but then we had that year of downtrend. We've just been going sideways. This was an Elon pump right here. All right. Imagine in a bull market what he's going to do. He just put it as I think it was the location on whatever he's calling Twitter now, X. I'll pull it up. But if he's not letting this go and he has one of the biggest marketing platforms in the entire world, what do you think? Yeah, I just pulled it up on my phone. So if you go to Elon Musk's page, go to the location part, there's X and then the Dogecoin logo. This thing he's not going to let it go. So I have a small bag of Dogecoin I've been buying all down here. And, we just pumped recently. I mean, nothing huge at all. Still, just going sideways this entire time. This has been an accumulation zone. People are finally starting to talk about it, right? I understand it's a meme coin. I'm the same way about meme coins, but it's all about marketing when it comes to these coins and what you want to buy for the next bull market. And I think I have like 250 to 500,000 Doge right now. I got a small bag for my portfolio at least, but to me this is an easy almost 10x. Maybe not from here anymore. Let's see. That's an 8x now. But from where I've been buying, yeah, 10x. And who knows? What if he pumps it to $1? What if he integrates Doge with the new Twitter X, whatever he's calling it, this next cycle, pumps it up? I'm willing to bet on the richest person in the world and someone that owns one of the biggest marketing platforms in the entire world to push a coin up, right? This is one of the smallest portions of my portfolio, but it's just an idea. Makes sense to me. Breaking out of this trend line. If I moved it up a little bit, maybe not. No, we're breaking out of it. So we'll see how this 3-day closes. It's breaking above the daily EMA. I don't know if it keeps on going here. I don't expect much until bull market time. So yeah, that's why Dogecoin's up 20% in the last 7 days. And yeah, I think that's pretty much covering everything for now. Don't want to make this too long, bore y'all. But things are coming. Things are lining up for this next bull run. Look how close we are. 300 days. 275 days if it's April. Not much time in between. So if we do get this dip later this year, it's time to load up, get ready. Because every single time, we're not going to have another bull run. It's over. Then we run up. Bitcoin's dead. Then we run up. It's over. Corona. Then we run up. Now, exchanges going down, billions of dollars being lost, people losing their money. The SEC suing Coinbase, suing Binance, suing Justin Sun's TRX, whatever else they've sued, these huge exchanges. Regulation coming in, all these things. Crypto's dead. Made a 100% move this year on Bitcoin alone. All right, so you buy the fear. They're setting things up for another run. They're stealing all your money. Don't fall for it. All right. Don't be the person buying up here and then holding all the way down here either. All right. You might have not caught the bottom. I didn't even start this chat until like June, so you might have not caught the bottom with me. But I'm still buying in here because I know what's happening. All right. I didn't buy the first 2 quarters because look at this. Same thing as last cycle. Same thing as last cycle. Now I'm starting dollar cost average into everything else that I have cash for still. All right, so whatever cash you have coming in that obviously you don't need for bills and life, important things. I'm not saying life, buying stupid stuff. Just the important things. Put that extra cash aside and dollar cost average into good coins that have, real use cases or that will be marketed heavily, right? I don't think Dogecoin has a use case. I mean, it could if Elon integrates it properly, whatever, but it's going to be marketed because of him. So that's what I look for. Coins that people are going to buy for a specific reason. And that's what my portfolio is made up of. All right, so this is your time to buy over the next 6 months. Anyways, just wanted to show you all that, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.